Good morning, namaskar, adab, salam, sat sri akal. As all of you know and as all of you are working, this is a special mentor program that Aster is bringing to you, particularly, especially for the Hult Prize India participants. So make sure you're a part of that entry form and so that you get to select your mentors. The challenge this year is about harnessing the power of energy to impact 10 million lives by 2025. So on my right is Ashit Maru. On my left is Sandeep Chopra. On my right again is Vikas Kutiala. On my left is Sharad Chandra. On my right again, Bhupendra Bhattakar. I'm going to be taking some rapid fire questions with the mentors so that you get to know them a little of their personal side, given the challenge of harnessing energy in its various subcategories. What is it about this challenge that excites you and why?
Yeah, I think the context which we are facing today is extremely important, and the context of some of the things which you have talked of is there is solar coming in, there's battery coming in, and there's so many other analytics coming in. So this whole issue is today of grid optimization. So I think the biggest problem for which today nobody has a clear solution is around grid optimization, and that really excites me, and that's the future.
Yeah, I think Bhupendra said it very well. I just want to attach myself to a subject which is dear to me, which is storage. And I think storage is so far limited more to the understanding of technology, but technology is one aspect of it. More important is how do you put it together in a hybrid format where sourcing of energy, storage of energy and dispensation of energy is done in a distributed format. And I think that's where some of the new ideas will come to surface. And if Hult brings that, then that is one clearly area that appeals to me so much.
Yeah, so as the data analytics around clean tech improves, people will start to realize the social impact and cost of bad energy on health. I think we are slowly getting aware that there is a direct and a proportional relationship between good energy and good public health. And all of you who live in North India would have seen how this impacted our lives. It's only going to get worse. So I would encourage people who are working on clean tech ideas and concepts to take a holistic view and see what impact it can make on public health, because going forward those will invite more investment, more support and traction in the ecosystem for entrepreneurs.
So from my perspective, I think if we step back a little bit and look at the evolution of mankind, right? This is an era where we've got the largest amount of opportunity and resource pool that can be used to impact millions of lives.
So I'll answer it in two parts. I think Hult, what's exciting about Hult itself is it really provides a platform for the youth. I think they are bustling with ideas, and I think they can really make the changes which come about. So I think it provides that platform. The other part is that energy is very close to the area where I am working, and I think as Sandeep mentioned, I started working in the solar sector in 2005. We never really believed even at that time that it will become parity to grid. Today it is much cheaper than any other form of conventional energy. I think I have the same passion to believe that the bottom of the pyramid, which Sandeep mentioned, is where we need to go. And I think I am looking forward to ideas which will really take solar down to that strata and really start improving their lives.
Right, so I'm going to interchange one of these questions, and I'm going to first come in as the question really is that as an industry expert, what are the three opportunities and the three challenges?
So I think from an industry standpoint, if you look at energy, and like some of our colleagues mentioned, storage obviously is a big opportunity. Today, as we look at it, 100% solar driven 24/7 house is not possible. But I think if battery technology becomes efficient, becomes cost effective, that is a reality, right? I think the second big opportunity which is coming our way is actually the electric vehicle. The entire transportation and logistics space is going to get disrupted over the next 10 to 12 years. I think the third, which is the most, relevant today, given the disparity of income that we are seeing all over the world, is how do we get energy to the bottom of the pyramid and serve them at costs which are acceptable to them. To me, these are the three opportunities. In terms of challenges, I think while a lot is being said about all these three areas, I think the challenge is one, technology itself. I mean, if you look at batteries are improving, but still they're not cost effective, right? So there are new technologies which are superconductor based technologies which are coming up, and the sooner they get, the better it will be for the industry. I think the second challenge would be the entire regulatory framework itself, and the third obviously is financing, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're talking about bottom of the pyramid and stuff, credit evaluation becomes really, really critical.
Can I just add 2 points to this? So, for instance, when we talk about the current revolution sweeping in the transport and mobility sector, so I read somewhere that the semi-truck which was launched by Elon Musk, the battery pack is 2.5 tons,
Right.
which is the equal weight of a full SUV.
Right.
So I think that could be one area where design principles can be brought and say how can we make this more efficient and smaller. And second, I think again going back to what Sandeep just said, so from day one there is a need to think holistically, because it's not about just putting a battery in the vehicle, it's also building an ecosystem which is friendly for battery swapping, charging. A lot of battery will get discarded. How do you make sure that that is done in an eco-friendly manner? Is recycling an option and so on and so forth?
Broadly, if you look at India, what's the context we are facing? The most important context we are facing is that, and you talked of utilities, we are having each utility and combined utilities are facing a loss, aggregate loss of about $10 billion per year. Now, no industry can survive having a combined loss of 70,000 crore every year. The combined debt of utilities is to the extent of almost around $56 billion. So that is it's an industry which is possibly, if it is not going to scale up, it's going to definitely face significant challenges. So that's the monetary and those part of things. And significant contributor to this is of course what is called as aggregate current commercial losses, which is to the tune of maybe around, people have different numbers. But for the sake of putting a number, I'm putting around 25%, and all efforts in terms of short term are being put to address that. The second problem, if you see the sector challenges, if you just see the enormity of the way power gets consumed in the morning and evening hours, are almost 200 megawatts per minute is what is the rate and ramp up of power. 200 megawatts per minute. And evening it is almost 140 megawatts per minute. That's the kind of a ramp up it is. Now, naturally, you can't have a sector which has all capacity which is getting contributed to enabling this kind of a ramp up rate. Right? So you need to have various solutions which are around demand response. How do we ensure that this gets planned? At this point of time, the real challenge is around having the right regulations. And there's a lot of work which is happening. Hopefully, that's another area where contributions can be made.
Yeah, I think much has already been said. I have very little to add to these pearls of wisdom. I just wanted to make two statements here on the opportunity side of it. One is, and Sandeep touched upon that, the storage part of it. Now, when you look at storage, ultimately you're depositing energy. And how was that energy produced? If it is produced in a conventional way and you choose to deposit it, no smart work, right? So therefore, whether it is for an electric vehicle platform or any other method where you're consuming energy, if the deposit is from a renewable source, then you've actually reached your end goal. And the other point that Rupendra talked about is in terms of analytics. If you superimpose technological solutions based on these inputs, chances are you are going to get a smarter model out than purely from a technological perspective.
And I think it's a very important topic, and we missed this topic in our earlier discussion that microgrids possibly are going to be the centerpiece of tomorrow's energy. So today we have a very centralized approach to problem solving of around here, because centralized power generation produces power and then of course it delivers. But tomorrow this possibly is going to get inverted, or maybe a hybrid approach will be there, where you have microgrids which are not only providing power to, let's say, the villages which are there, which have all these aspects of solar and battery and everything, and that's where optimization also comes in. Is it going to happen? Definitely. Next 10 years it will happen. You will see this entire paradigm of energy getting changed, and today that's why we are talking selling here and talking about it.
In fact, I just add to this, it's already happening in other parts of the world.
The Hult challenge this time gives an opportunity to all the students to, there are huge opportunities, whether it is connectivity, mobility, education, food, water. So it's such a vast area that I think that opportunities are well beyond what even all five of us talk. So I think that's one aspect. In terms of my own domain expertise in solar, I think a lot has happened on the utility scale because the ecosystem has fallen into space. But the opportunities really lie in the rural areas. That's where the transformation of life needs to happen. And things like microgrid, I think as you rightly mentioned, that's one thing which really needs to start stabilizing. People need to start investing. So I think microgrids, solar housing systems, I think that's another area. Solar in agriculture, I think it's still very untapped.
So I just have one question for you, Chris. Isn't business modeling itself a challenge?
Things need to come together. I think cost, for example, is an issue maybe when you have to go to the rural areas. But I think all these things have to fall in place. And then I don't think anyone has any doubt about the potential of, let us say, solar to really transform lives.
I think when you talk of business model, you need to understand again a regulatory context as well. We are talking of, let's say, a situation today when we are saying that what do regulators want? What regulators want is ultimately the ARR, which should be filled up properly. And that demands that everything should come in a capex kind of mode. They should know that what's the impact of capex on a per unit price which the consumer needs to be charged. So that's a simple model which is existing today. But now we are actually talking of different kinds of models. We are talking of OPEX. So we are saying that okay, can I distribute my cost over 10 years period of time? Now that's a very different model.
It's a very wonderful point. In fact, in the telecom world where I've spent most of my professional life, we were struggling with this very aspect because we were expecting the regulator to change things and then apply it to our business model. And the regulator wouldn't have any of it. He said, that's not my space. You are business people, do it.
Every new gigawatt of solar or renewable energy which is put cuts into coal, thermal, right? Today. And what that does is it creates a different set of problems to Rupendra's point in terms of discom losses and stuff. You've got an NPA problem built up. So India today has to structurally look at the energy landscape, right? To say, okay, how do we manage coal? How do we manage clean energy in tandem so that overall sector is protected for the investors? So demand, regulation, and try to come up with ideas where you can independently create a business model and regulations can follow. Because then implementation becomes easier.
I'm going to go on the lighter side now and start with Vikas. What if as a student you were facing this challenge? What would you do?
I think the big change is during our time, failure was a stigma.
Yeah.
I think in the current generation, failure is a step towards learning and getting better, which I think is the first lesson of entrepreneurship. So don't let failure deter you ever.
The ability to take risks, I think that's changed. I think we couldn't take as many risks as now kids can take. I think opportunities, as you said, there were set streams which you were expected to follow and you typically followed. So I think that was the other. But if I was really a student, I would just grab this opportunity which the platform which Hult is offering. Absolutely, I think kind of expertise, experience which is available around the table is very useful to help you put things into perspective.
The opportunities that people today have, education actually is one of the strands that they have. Right? You can have entrepreneurship, you can have vocational skills, and each one of those areas are well respected. So two more points as my words of wisdom. One, Vikas talked about failure, but don't take too long to fail. If you have to fail fast. Second thing, embrace change. Nothing is static here. Whatever we are talking right now probably is going to be redundant in a year's time. Right? If you are thinking that this is the set path that I'm going to follow, you will be surprised.
Today, the internet is available to us. At the click of the button, we get to know so many things. Those days, going to the library was a challenge and finding the book of your choice, that much more. So we can't even compare that world with this one.
And getting to know which book to read.
That's
a bigger challenge.
If you know the subject well, chances are you will get an answer there. And you will have a plan B, plan C. So plan A fails, it's not disaster. There is something else to hang on to, and that will only happen when you've gone a little deeper into the subject.
I think we were living in a world which was cocoon.
Engineer,
Campus.
bureaucrat, doctor,
And we're in the campus, what we heard our teachers say, professors say, and that's where it ended. So I think that I would say that awareness level was absolutely I think wherever in personal experience, wherever I reached, I think luck played a lot of role in that.
Yes.
Rather than something which was planned and strategized and well thought through. So I think that's where. But today I think those things have changed significantly.
So great, that's all from us in the first session of introduction to our mentors. So all the very best, and we look forward to you reaching out to us, and thank you for your time. All the best.